This is cotton candy ice, Hawaiian ice. It's pretty nice, but it's almost dead though. Has a nice aftertaste. Early it was like a couple days ago. It was better, but anyway, guys. Mickey's malt liquor. Even my friend Michael, who doesn't want to be in the video, likes this shit. And I got some barbecue chips. I bought two of them. One for me, one for him. He liked the malt liquor. He said this is really good stuff. It gives him good buzz and it tastes good. So, and he doesn't know what malt liquor is. He's from Russia. Well, he grew up in St. Petersburg, then he lived in Israel, and now he's been living in San Francisco for 7 years. So he doesn't know really much about malt liquor, but he's a Russian older man. And even he liked Mickey's malt liquor. So see, drink malt liquor, only malt liquor. Even Russian people who don't know nothing about America love malt liquor. I'm not the only Russian guy who loves to drink malt liquor. Malt liquor, this is what unites Russian and Americans together. And of course, everybody likes to say, well, you have problems in life not because you're Russian, because there's something wrong with you. And everybody knows what it is. СССР. Ну и так далее, блять, это не до пизды. It doesn't matter because not changing nothing. And of course I don't agree with it, as you know, because I know that normal or not, I am who I am. Not everyone was born to be a social butterfly. And I don't need it either, that's the thing. So, what's the point for me to socializing with people whom I have nothing in common? And then they look at there's something wrong with me, so they talk to me like I'm a child, I don't know what I'm doing or I'm saying, or I don't understand nothing. I look at them like, what the fuck? And I have to explain myself to people. People are trying to get me more friends, but in reality, I'm just going to hang out with people and getting irritated. And I'm feeling like I want to cuss them the fuck out all the time. And I didn't like how Michael was like, I wanted to drink the beer in his place, and he was like, we need to go, because we went to the event. It was in Goodale Park. It was a Hanukkah, because today is the first day of Hanukkah. So we celebrated it with some food and drinks. And he was so eager for me to take him there. And I did it. We hung out. He ate. I ate. You know. Ate some sweets, drink some beer, ate some chicken. You know, it's pretty good. It was a regular crowd. But they're really not bad people, though. And where was that guy over there? I saw him, who was going to church when I met Brother Nathaniel. And Brother Nathaniel was looking at me as I was looking at that guy who goes to the same synagogue as I do. And here I am, talking to Brother Nathaniel right by the church. And I'm seeing somebody from the synagogue. And I'm like feeling really like uncomfortable. Thinking like, oh shit. The synagogue buddy saw me in church with Brother Nathaniel. And Brother Nathaniel started like playing it off, like, oh, you know, there are a lot of Jewish people who go to church. You know, Brother Nathaniel, he's a socially savvy person. Like, I talk to him, people say that he's crazy and this and that. I don't know. He made an impression to me that he's a pretty sociable guy. He doesn't have anxiety around people like I do. He's confident. He's different. He has a personality, you know, like Brother Nathaniel, he has a personality. I'm gonna give him that. And I don't. Like with me, I'm that type of guy who likes to think about things. You know how I am. Not very sociable. Have anxiety sometimes around people. Think about things. Have hard time like getting to the point when it comes to conversation. You know how I am. It's how I'm in real life. And then I like to look at things, look at people. But of course I'm gonna be staring and like getting a little bit freaked out when somebody who goes to Chabad synagogue seeing me with another anti-Semite from who goes to church and trash talks Jewish people. Sure, I'm gonna look at him like, I know this guy. I don't really want him to see me around Brother Nathaniel. I don't really feel comfortable. And I'm just like staring at him like, and Brother Nathaniel looking at me like I don't understand what he's talking about. But I'm like thinking to myself, I understand everything. I'm not stupid. Who told you that bullshit? But it's just like, you know, I'm just a little freaked out because, you know, I just don't feel comfortable when I see the Jewish guy who goes to the same synagogue as I do going to church. Seeing me talking to the Jewish anti-Semite who used to be a Jew. And now he trash talks Jewish people all the time. Sure, I'm gonna feel weird about it. And I guess it's weird that I stare at people, do little weird shit like that, but you know, people are stupid. They pay attention to the fucking minor things, you know? That's why I don't like fucking people. Because it's like, instead of focusing on like what I'm all about, what I know, who I am as an individual, they're focusing on what's wrong with me. I just find it kind of stupid and wrong. Definitely don't want to talk to people after that. Completely misinterpreting my behavior and things like that. Don't want to deal with that bullshit. And I have a little bit of barbecue chips. Michael, he didn't like to eat them. He said that they taste like fucking soap. Tastes good to me. He told me the chips in Israel are way better. Also, as I was driving, he was telling me that if you smoke cigarette in the car in Israel and you throw away the cigarette butt, you may get fined. So he didn't want to throw the cigarette butt away out of the window. I told him, you're not in Israel. In America and Russia, people don't give a fuck about things like this. This ship steaks like soap. That's what he told me. Crazy ass. And he didn't even let me enjoy my malt liquor in his place. So if you come home from the party and before I go to bed, drink my malt liquor, take a shower, go to bed. That's my plan. Well, today is December 18th. It's already a week past since I turned 36. Time flies. Today is Billie Eilish's birthday. Happy birthday, Billie Eilish. And I believe she's 21 now today, so she can drink malt liquor. Maybe I should be drinking malt liquor with Billie Eilish. But she thinks that I'm too creepy for her, I'm sure of that. She won't deal with me. It's crazy, Billie Eilish is making millions. And today is the first day when she can legally drink. Happy birthday, Billie Eilish. She's actually not a bad looking woman either. And her music is alright. Eminem is dissing her, but Eminem disses everybody. Just like Mariah Carey said about Eminem. He's like a boy who doesn't know how to talk to people. I mean, people may think the same thing about me, but everybody knows that I'm a socially inept individual. Me, I'm a little bit more advanced. Like, I understand everything. I'm not trying to fuck with people. That's why, like, when I watch videos, people dissing Eminem, I get very angry when I see that type of shit. And I'm thinking if people do the same shit to me, I'll cast them out. And people tell me it's not the right way to go about it, but what's the right way? Not to talk to people, I guess. Which is the same thing, essentially. Don't want to deal with these neurotypical infidels. They just need to give me what I want so I can work and not deal with them. I'll be happy just like being alone, doing the job. Because every time when I try to talk to them, they always misinterpret me and treat me like I'm stupid. I don't know what I'm saying, talking, shutting me down. And I'm like, okay, why would I even want to talk to you? You don't even understand me, stupid shit. You know? And then they tell me being disrespectful. Who are you to act this way? I'm like, I don't give a fuck. You know? And they say, oh, it's gonna cost you that type of attitude. And I'm like, well. That's why when I was younger, I always wanted to do martial arts. So I'll be big and strong, so when people give me shit and tell me how to act, I cast them out, they tell me you shouldn't act like that. They try to fight with me, I fight them back. You know, that's the idea. Don't take shit from people. And people say now, oh, you're gonna be alone. I'm gonna be alone anyway. I'm happy like that. So what the fuck? As long as I can keep the job, I don't care. I'll just figure out how to work. I do what needs to be done. Get my fucking paycheck, and I care less about nothing. I care less about being alone. At least nobody's gonna be asking me stupid questions and treating like I don't know what I'm doing or telling me how to act. I don't have to deal with that shit. I just tell people off and keep working. And people are like, alright, let him just like mind his business. They're not gonna talk to me, so fucking what? I don't like talking to people anyway, they're fucking stupid. And we have nothing in common, so I don't see the point talking to people anyway, I don't care. So I'm not losing by not talking to people. Because a lot of times when I have conversations, this is not really the type of conversations I want to have. And when I say what interests me, people tell me to shut up. So what's the point? Clearly, I'm not surrounded by the right people. Whether there's something wrong with me or not, that's irrelevant. Clearly, I'm not around the right people. And if I will never find the right people, fuck it. Life is all about doing things. A lot of normal people, they don't talk too much. They just go out there and do what needs to be done. So, I mean, there are like historians or other people who have something interesting to say, like about things. I mean, they can talk, but like, if you talk about this sportmen, you know, like people who do boxing or martial arts, they don't talk too much. Just say a couple words. They show you the forms, you know, so there are a lot of people who just don't talk that much. And they're fine. Oh fuck, I got hiccups. So all of this social stuff, to me, it's not that important. Especially like today, like at my job. It was weird. I was unloading, so I unloaded the trailer, right? Then there was no work. We went on 10 minutes break, but then another trailer was not supposed to be there for another hour and a half, and then the management decided not to even do it. So I noticed the break was taking longer, people were just getting paid for doing nothing. So then I decided to go over there and just like take care of the missed sorts, make sure I put all these boxes in the proper places, give it to the drivers, you know, clean up the mess, the job. I did all of that. Then I got some free food because they were giving away some free food again. Because peak season, even though people not really getting over 40 hours a week at that stupid ass job. But job is alright, work with bunch of blacks and Hispanics. I don't really have much to talk to them. They're trying to talk to me. And there are some nice guys over there. People genuinely nice. But they have nothing to talk about. They're like fucking guys in their 20s, you know, who talk, you know, like blacks and Hispanic. You know how they talk. And very simple, using this bro words. I don't know, like the way they speak, it's like very different from the way I speak. Even though we all speak English, but you know what I mean. But it's like, I don't know how can I interact with these people, because they're talking about things I don't know anything about. The way they talk is different, you know. So I just don't see any way how can I possibly like have a conversation with these people, even though they're nice, you know. So see, I mean, I can try to mimic them and all of that, but I hate doing that, you know? There's some liberal stuff, you know, like some liberal people are into that shit. I'm not. I'm not into all of that. I'm not into all of that. I just want to be myself and do my thing. I'm not here to change for other people to fit in. Because I clearly see that it's just not my thing. And trying to do that, it's like making cat from the dog. That's how I look at it. This is all liberal bullshit. And I'm not down for it. I just don't think that that's gonna work, you know? I just look at it like this is like fake shit. You know? So, I'm not really subscribing to that. I just say, you know what? It is what it is. People shouldn't get along. Diversity is not our strength. It's against human nature. And fuck that. I want to be lonely, I want to be by myself, and I don't care. I just want to do my thing and be myself. And if people don't vibe with me, fuck it. We don't have to talk about nothing. It's fine. And if I say what I think and you told me you are annoying, you need to shut up, okay. Why am I talking to you? Dominant blood. Anyway, guys, I'm getting into my meltdown, I guess. Start acting a little weird. But I don't care. The Wise Man's Committee, you can put it on your shit. You can find any type of weirdness about me and put on the internet. Look at this fool. Look, he's acting weird. People are gonna be watching me. I get more views that way, I don't care. But what the Wise Man's Committee doesn't even want me to put too much on his videos. He puts a little bit on me. He likes to make fun of more so of Todd, Yellow Groove, Timinator. So it means that I'm not that weird. People just say I'm awkward and weird, but mostly awkward. They say that what's weird about me is my autistic behavior and communication. Without that communication, I would be just awkward person. And people don't really like to care about it. They're trying to care, but they can't. Because there's nothing they can do with me. Why should you do anything to do with me? You neurotypical infidels. You need to suck my dick, that's what you need to do, if you ask me. Fuck you. And fuck your norms. I wonder how can I charge that shit. There are like two modes, CCI and HI. Let me see if I on CCI if that's gonna be any better. No, it's just out of battery. No, I don't know how to open this shit up. It's probably gone. It's not mine anyway, but I enjoy a couple puffs of this shit. It's not nice tasting, you know, like a cigarette. I used to have my own cigarette years ago. I used to puff it like this. It used to look like a real cigarette. It looks like it has this electronic flame, and I just like. I used to have a kid years ago, but I don't remember what happened to it. It's been a long time ago. Long time ago. I'm just annoying old man. People told me that whatever I have is not an accent, it's like a speech impediment. They don't like the way I talk. Fuck you, infidels. People, oh, there's something wrong with you, some people. You have Asperger's, you shouldn't have bad attitude. I'm like, I really feel like I just don't give a fuck, honestly, you know. I just want to fucking work so people will get off my fucking face. That's all I care about, freedom from people. So I can do what I want. No interest in doing anything with these infidels who tell me there is something wrong with you, you shouldn't be like that. People like that, they're fucking pieces of shit. Why do I wanna subject myself to be talking to such kind of individuals? Individuals like that, there's two ways. One way is segregation from them, meaning you need to get money so I can build a wall between me and infidels. And if that's not gonna work, go to war with infidels. Fight them to the last drop of blood. That's it. That's it. There is no other way. Kill the infidels or get the money and isolate myself. That's it. Nothing else. And if people who tell me there is alternative solutions, they fucking have intellectual disability because they're not thinking right. And I have nothing to do with the stupid people. So if you think that there is anything else but these two solutions, it means you have intellectual disability and I want nothing to do with you. It means you fucking mistake, you piece of shit, and I don't want to talk to shit, I clean this shit. Human excrement included. So if you don't think the way I think, you piece of shit. I want nothing to do with you. That's it. Want nothing to do with infidels. That's it. This is the way, and that's it. Nothing else. I'm a conservative person. I'm not into this fucking liberal bullshit where like diversity is our strength. Fuck that shit. That shit will never work. What? You're telling that, straight people should hang out with gay people and we need to be friends with autistic people and with socially inept people and with people with disabilities. How is that possible? How you can be friends with somebody who is mentally challenged, okay? How could the straight person be friends with a gay person? What gay person is gonna do? He's gonna say, hey, let's go hang out, let's smoke some weed. And while guy's smoking some weed with you, he's gonna put the hand on your crotch and he's gonna tell you, hey, let's go to the gay bar and try it out. Trust me, I know. I used to hang out with a gay guy. That's what's gonna happen. Or you hang out with an autistic person. He's gonna be talking about the same subject and you're gonna get annoyed and like, I'm sick and tired of listening to that shit. So what's the point? In the end of the day, if you hang out with people who are incompatible with you, you're just gonna be miserable, that's all. And you just wanna be like, okay, I'm tired of this shit. I wanna get away, I don't wanna be here. And you're just gonna part ways. So what's the point? But there are a lot of stupid people who just don't see things this way. And they're like, oh, you like that because there's something wrong with you. Just like this stupid bitch, the real PewDiePie. You like that, there's something wrong with you. Why are you showing my videos to the fucking gamers? Sure, they're not gonna like it. Because they can't relate to it. If I'm gonna be watching videos of gamers, I'm like, what the fuck is this? So it's the same thing. Like, there's literally no point in doing this. Sure, they're gonna be looking like, what the fuck is this? But why should they watch it? They're not gonna be able to relate to my videos. They don't care about the things I want to talk about. And of course, a lot of times I talk about the same thing over and over again. I'm being very repetitive, I get it, but again, like some people who may be interested in it, they may watch it. Just like they watch Life Was Over 8 in 96, he talks about the same thing essentially, but because I can relate to him, I like watching his videos. Or, what's his name? Somebody But Nobody. Or The Renegade #1. These people talk about the same thing, but because I can relate to them, I like to watch these videos. Sure, we can have our own little community of incels, and we can like relate to each other. But outside of that, if you're gonna show this video to somebody who doesn't think like us. Why are you wasting your time doing it? All these blue-pilled people, like Renegade number one, like to call them back in the day before he committed suicide. You know, those blue-pilled people, they're not gonna understand us. They're not gonna care. So why are you showing my videos to these blue-pilled people? You're just fucking wasting your time. They're not gonna care. They're not gonna find it interesting to watch. They're gonna be looking at it like, what the fuck is this? What else are you gonna expect from them? Oh, you liberal bitch, you believe that diversity is our strength? Well, you definitely have a low IQ if you really think that type of stuff. You definitely need to, you definitely you probably fucking MRDD or some shit like that if you really think like that. And the rabbi whom I'm going to, he's a conservative guy. Even his daughter said that. She said, I dealt with some liberal girl. She said that she's so stupid, she's retarded. And I had not deal with her. And that daughter of his, she's one of his youngest daughter. She told me that she doesn't like me because I'm not that religious. She would like to go out with a religious Jewish man. But I actually enjoyed her company, I liked her as a person. I didn't think that she was cute, honestly. But I really liked her as a person. She was actually a really good person. I really enjoyed talking to her, and she told me, I'm too old for her, which is okay, she's 23. I was 35 at the time, so she's like 12 years older than me, maybe 12 and a half perhaps. But I enjoyed talking to her. She seems like she's a really intelligent woman. Like, I wouldn't go out with her, but I definitely talk to her. I like talking to her. I like how she really cared about understanding me as an individual, and she was not talking to me any type of way, and she was paying attention to my weirdness, and she was having interesting discussion with other people about her experience working as a nurse, even though she said that she's in business type of field or some shit like that. So I felt like she was actually a genuinely fucking interesting person to talk to, That's one of the rabbi's daughter. Speaking of the rabbi, he just called me while I was making this video, but I just ignored his calls. I'll probably call him back. I used to block him for like a week because he is annoying me. He wants me to come to his synagogue. And I'm not that religious, but he's an interesting person, I actually like him. But I don't like the way he does his services. And I don't care. He can watch my videos, he can hear what I think. He already knows anyway, so I don't care if he's watching my videos. So, FYI, I really don't care. He makes these videos too. He makes YouTube videos, so is his wife. But they're talking about Judaism. They're talking about weekly chapter of the week, things like that. Which is nothing wrong with it, I don't see anything wrong with being Jewish or Judaism. I disagree with Galaka because I believe that you shouldn't be Jewish because your mother is Jewish. That's discrimination against Jewish men. No. You should be Jewish if the dominant blood in your bloodstream is Jewish. So if the percentage of your Jewish bloodstream is higher than the percentage of your Goyish blood in your bloodstream, it means you're Jewish. So if you're 38.1% Jewish and 37.9% like Irish, you're a Jew. But if you're 38.2% Irish and 37.7% Jewish, then you're Irish, you're a Goy. That's how it should be. It don't matter, what side is it. It should be according to percentage of the Jewish blood in your bloodstream genetically. And you need to go to 23andMe and do your fucking DNA test. So, and if your Jewish blood is dominant, you're a Jew. If it's recessive, you're not. That's it. That's how it should be. And fuck halakha. But that's my personal opinion, okay? That's my personal opinion. I like Hitler's way better. I know it sounds kind of racist, but that's not what I mean. I just like the way he classifies it, I feel like that's more rational, It's more logical. Because with the Jewish type of thinking, we can find out that there are a lot of people who are galactically Jewish, and what you're gonna tell them, hey, you Jew, you need to go to synagogue, you need to put on tefillin, etc., etc. And these people, just like my friend Fabrizio, who is 25% Jewish, but because his grandmother on his mother's side is Jewish, therefore his mom is Jewish, therefore he's Jewish. But when I told him that, he said, I don't care. I'm not Jewish. So, what's the point? And then we have Goyish people who have Jewish fathers, but their mothers are not Jewish, and they live in Israel, they speak Hebrew. So who is more Jewish then? This fucking Goy? Or this Jew who doesn't care about it and who is saying I'm not Jewish? And he doesn't want nothing to do with it. So, that's the answer right there. Fuck halakha. It's all about how you feel. It's all about whom you want to be. And it's also all about, your genetics, it's like. But if you're halakhically Jewish but you don't care about it, hey, you're not a Jew. If you feel like you're not, then that's fine. But if you have a Jewish father but your mother is not, but you really like Judaism, then you're more Jewish than this, halakhically Jewish person, You're really more Jewish because you have a Jewish spirit. So, not to mention, if your grandmother on your mother's side is Jewish, it's only 25%. But if your father is Jewish but your mom is not, you're 50%. You still have more Jewish blood in your bloodstream than another guy. So you're telling me that that guy who has 25% of Jewish blood is more Jewish than the guy who has 50% just simply because of the woman? That's discrimination against men, okay? That's discrimination against men. That's how I look at it. So, I feel like this halakha is discriminative against men. You woman, you can fuck whoever you want and your kid's gonna be Jewish if you are. But if you man, no. You don't fuck a Jewish woman, you don't have kids with Jewish woman, you piece of shit. That's not fair. So fuck halakha. Approaching the swill. Swill, swill, swill. Alright guys. Thanks for watching. Later.